Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, I am super excited to have a brand new product that I'm going to review. Disclaimer, I did purchase this product. It was not given to me in any way. I used my own money to buy it because I thought it was going to be awesome. And so far, it's been just that, which is why I want to review it for you today. The product is the Parallel 42 Campout utility for Microsoft Flight Simulator. Today, I'm using it in beautiful New Zealand. The airport we're at is November Zulu 59. It can be found on flightsim.to. We are using the Orbix New Zealand mesh, and this is the SWS Kodiak 100. So with all that out the way, let's go ahead and jump into the review. Okay, so for a review, I went ahead and cleaned up the airplane from that initial shot, so we can start from the scratch. So this utility add-on, it's not a scenery, it's really not much other than it adds a camping ability to your flight simming experience. So if you're like me, who likes to fly GA, fly out into the bush, or just kind of go wherever my little heart desires, this is really cool because you can set up like a base camp. You can leave it behind, fly in and out of it for little bush trips. It's super awesome. I really like it. So once you install the Campout utility, you come up here to your little toolbar and you look for the nice tint with the trees and it says Parallel 42 Campout. You click that, and then this is the actual window for Campout. Here's where we can add things, bookmark things. If you have a camp saved to the aircraft, which it saves to the specific tail number. So this right here, I can unpack it. That is saved to ZK Quebec Kilo. I don't know why I did that in partial phonetic. I don't know why. But so it saves specifically to this tail number of ZKQKD. So if we hit unpack, it will actually set up the camp that I have already made, which will make a new one. Then you can also pack it up. You can share it with friends. This is for the info screen. It tells you more about the app itself. It breaks down the eco credits, the proximity ring, packing, sets, grid, sharing. It breaks down all that for you if you don't want to listen to me and you'd rather read. And then here's our eco points. And then here you can zoom in and out of your aircraft. So there's the green ring and there's the grid we briefly went over. So let's get to the meat and potatoes of it, because I think that's what everyone here wants to see. Let's make a camp. So first things first, you get your aircraft loaded up in the game, and you'll see this little map, kind of like the pushback toolbar. We'll go to add. And so here's where all of our options come in. These are the options as of 2 a.m. on September 6, 2022. They are going to change. They're going to come out with theme packs, which I'm looking forward to. I have no clue if they're going to be free or not, but this is the state of where it's at as of September 6th at 2 a.m. So we got a tent, a fire pit, a grill, firewood, a windsock, a fold-out chair, vintage chair, a cooler, a camp stove, waterproof bag, what looks like some Converse, smoke canister, a lamp, and what appears to be a hydro flask. And so each one of these in the top left has like a number and a little green oval. That is your eco score. So everything you put out, deducts from this 200, because these stay in the game. So I can leave this camp here, go fly anywhere in New Zealand, come back, the camp will still be in this exact spot. And so that's why this is important. The company that made it doesn't want you to like just leave hundreds and hundreds of things behind, because at least in real life, when I go out into the wilderness, I believe in what you pack in is what you pack out. But they kind of believe that same thing. But also, if you have, say, 100 campsites spread out across the entire globe, it's not going to be very friendly to your system, most likely. So they have this eco score in, that way you don't like just leave campsites all across the world. If I remember right, they do have a thing that after so many days, it will delete the campsites. But this is another way of just kind of keeping it in check. So let's go ahead and build our first campsite. So most options, I guess I should say, have different color options, which you can select from right here, and it'll show you how each one looks. That's the tent. If we come down to the fold-out chair, we got different options as well. We're not ready for that yet. Vintage chair, same thing. Your cooler, all the way down. So you can set it up however you like. I like to start with a tent first, and how I like to do it is I like to select the tent, come into the little paintbrush, and then from the options right here, pick what color tent I want, which I want this kind of like orange and black one. And then you can click if you want to show or remove the outside lamps. I want to show the lamps. Then I'll click done. And now we can place the tent. One thing I wish it was is if on your mouse, the center wheel, I wish that would rotate the tent. That would be kind of nice, or whatever object you have. Instead, you got to come up here to the top and rotate it, which, let's just say we want to place this tent right here. So now that tent appears, we can click on it, and we can rotate it in-game and kind of see how it's set up. You can also drag it, and it'll move as you drag it, so you can actually kind of see where your tent is, I guess where your base camp is being established. Now let's actually set this one up. Let's set this campsite a little bit different from the last one I made. I want to face the aircraft, which you can see the opening indicated by this. Oh, I didn't know that. So you can grab the dot and kind of rotate it. So I want to face my camps. I want to face my aircraft because I want to wake up and just see the beauty of New Zealand and the airplane all at once. So we're going to have tent 1 right there. And then I'm going to want to copy that tent. Let's say we got a friend with us. Currently we're in a cargo variant, so we don't have any passengers. Let's say we brought a co-pilot with. So we hit the copy button. Now we got a second tent. And we want to change colors. Let's do this green and black one. And we're going to keep the outside lamps on this as well. And let's put them right... Let's say he doesn't really want to, like, talk to us. Maybe we made him mad. So he wants to be facing kind of away from us, but not exactly. He still wants to be near the campfire. So this is where my weird organization not want me to be weird. Okay. He, like, doesn't want to see us, so he's gonna set up camp close to us so he's near the fire. But he doesn't want to see us, so he's going to face away from us, kind of like that. That's the story we're going with and we're going to stick to. So now that tent is placed. And now you can see each tent is 10 eco points, so we're down to 180 now. So now we want to add a campfire. We're going to add our fire here. And I don't want to put it too close to the plane, but I don't necessarily want it right next to our tent either. Let's go ahead and put it kind of off the nose here. And it's right in that nice tall grass, which is bound to catch on fire. So, then you can actually rotate the fire for scenery purposes, I guess. You can organize how you want the logs to look. And one thing that is cool, this smoke actually changes with the wind. Currently I'm running live weather and there's not much wind here. But if we were to come in here and remove live weather, and let's just say wind is, where's our wind layer? Here we go. Bump it up to say something crazy like 20 knots. Okay, maybe not 20 knots, 5 knots, and let's change the direction to, say, the southeast. That way we really see a wind change. Now you can see that smoke's changing direction, and as we pick up the wind to say 10 knots, move that. As you see now, it's blowing this way back by the wing. It's kind of blowing. If we move that around like this, it should change here in a second. If I really speed it up. Okay, now it's not wanting to do it. This also is probably user error because I never play with it. Oh, we're changing the gust. There's our problem. We're changing the gust. That's why I'm not getting the desired effect. So if we change it totally opposite direction, you see all that smoke now just turned, and now we can barely see it. I'm gonna do it one more time. Going to the northeast. Okay, that's all off camera. Let's change it to the south. So you see all that smoke coming back in. And then if we just go to no wind, we'll just kind of see that smoke start to just pile up right there. I want to put live weather back on. So that's a really cool feature to the game. The windsock is also dependent on the wind. It will change with wind conditions. And so are the smoke canister, which we're going to get rid of both of these, but just to show you guys, I'm going to place them out. So we'll place them kind of side by side just to show you guys how this works. So we got our fire, our smoke, and our windsock. We come back in here, and let's bump wind up to 4. Let's do it to 7 knots. You can see that windsock now kind of sticking out, facing the same direction as our fire and as our smoke canister. Then if we change the direction down to the southwest, you can see all that move again. Same if we were to go to the south. So that's a really nice touch. Then we can even see the windsock as wind increases. Now it's standing all the way out. You can even see the grass in the game moving. You can barely make out that smoke canister now. So that's something really cool that the game does. Well, that the modification does. We're going to get rid of that. And then you can come in here and add a grill. Personally, I think the grill looks best over top of the campfire. So we're going to zoom in now. We're going to place it over here. Then what I'll do is I will move our drone camera to get a better look at this. So it'd be a lot better if there wasn't all that grass. I didn't even think of that. There you go. They even got food on there, and it looks pretty decent too. So let's turn this to where I'm going to put some chairs. We're going to put chairs right there. So we got what looks like some fajita veggies. Maybe it's for an omelet, considering there's some eggs. Well, it looks like some breakfast patties and a cup of coffee right there over the fire. Then we can move that to make it look as good as we think it should look. I'm going to go right there. So now we're down to 167. And then what we'll need is we'll want some chairs. That way we can actually sit and enjoy our food. Kind of back out so we can get back to viewing our campsite. And our aircraft. So now I want to be able to sit. So let's say I brought this cool old vintage camp chair. Because I'm a little bit of a... My buddy would tell you I'm a little bit of a hipster. So let's say I brought this cool vintage camp chair, because that's what I'm into. And we'll place it right there. I actually kind of like that angle. So we got... Looks a little close to the fire. Let's back it up a little. So now we've got our cool chair where we can keep our knees in the grass. Then let's say our co-pilot is a little bit more modern than I am. And he brought this bright orange lawn chair. And once again, he doesn't really want to sit by us. We said something that made him mad. I don't know what it was, but he doesn't really want to talk to us, so he's going to come sit way out over here. So that's where he wants to be. And then we can add a cooler. So once again, we got all these color options. I am going to go with the... I think I'll go with the blue one. Oh, you can open the lid. I didn't read this last time I used it. You can open and close the lid. You can also put a drink in and out. We're going to go drink in, open lid. Because I didn't read that last time, so I have no clue what this looks like, and I'd like to see it. We're going to put it kind of right here. Oh, look at that. That's cool. I like that. I should have read that last time for my last camp. I might change that. Let's say our co-pilot brought his own cooler. His is red though. He's a drink in it, but he's leaving the lid shut because he doesn't want to let all of his ice melt. And he does have his like right next to ours, but at a bit of an angle. Just like that. And then I like to use these waterproof bags to say that we have like some food and it's easier to carry the food in the bag, and who knows, maybe they're like a bear-proof bag. We could, if we got trees nearby, we could hang it up on a line. We're gonna make this bright orange color. I'm gonna put them in right here behind our cooler, which will move this drone camera again. That way we can get a better view of kind of how this part's set up. Sorry, I do got this kind of set to slow. Makes it just a lot easier when I'm trying to figure out how I want to get shots of the airplane than if it's just zooming around super fast. We're going to view our cam from this side. Oh, sorry, Kodiak. Yeah, let's just fix that so it's a little bit straighter. And let's say we want a second little camping, a little dry bag. This one will be bright red, so we can't lose it. Maybe it's got medical supplies or something. We'll put that one right behind it. We can actually move it closer. And I always have a hard time doing this because I never look at the map when I want to do it. I always am doing it from the visual. And let's turn it because I feel like in real life we wouldn't line them up exactly the same. Then we got our dry bags with snacks and things. Do we have any options for these? No. Okay. Now I'm wondering if I missed something because I didn't read, like I missed in the cooler that you can open it. Anything we can do with these? Oh, that's not what I wanted. And I moved that off of our fire, didn't I? Because I didn't read last time. Okay, doesn't look like anything we can do there. Let's see. Tent art, I have read. I read that. Is there anything we can do with the folding chairs? No. Okay. So what we're gonna do is, I haven't played with the camp stove yet because I always use just the fire. We checked out the canisters. I don't think there's anything you can do with the shoes. No, and I'm not interested in having any shoes laying around. The lanterns are really cool, actually. We're gonna use these cool, like, bluish green ones. I'm not sure what color they are. And we are going to come zooming around our airplane again. Because these are really cool, and when we switch to showing you the night lighting, these will really pay off. Just back up. Fix your camera angle. If you're new to the channel, I do have a tendency to talk to myself. Even if you're used to the channel, I think I normally edit that out, but so you know, I do have a tendency to talk to myself. I narrate most things I do, including what my dog does. I don't think my dog cares for it, but she is stuck with it, and I love her, and she's a really awesome dog, so she has to accept that about me. She's been with me for 3 years. I hope she gets it by now. So what we're going to do is we're going to say that at some point in time in the night, we might want to come open up our airplane. And it'd be nice if we could actually see our plane. We're going to put out this light, which thanks to the really tall grass, we're not going to be able to see. Because I don't know if you can see it, but it is just barely snaking through the grass with us. Every now and then I can see it kind of pop through. But it's going to be really hard to see just because of the grass. I'll take a picture from back when I was at the... I want to say it was... I'm going to get this wrong because I don't know how to pronounce some of these New Zealand cities. Napier? When I first got the scenery, that's where the airplane was located, and I have this thing where I only take off from the last airport that specific aircraft landed at, like real life. I was at the Napier Airport here in the North Island of New Zealand, and I set it up on the ramp. I'll include a picture so you can actually like see the lamp, because right now we can't see the lamp because of this tall grass. And then actually we'll wait to put out another one because we're going to put out a windsock. And we don't want it to be affected too much by our aircraft. So let's put it out here off the right wing. It's not too far away from camp. Let me see if I can see it. I can't see that where we're at. Let's move it in a little closer where we can see it. There we go. So off here off the right wing, it won't be affected by our airplane, in theory, unless winds change. And we can still see it from our campsite. And what I want to do is I want to set up 2 of these lamps. Well, actually 3 of these lamps around our windsocks. That way we can see it at night. Oh, I didn't make sure these were turned on. Okay, turn on. They were on. So we're going to set up some lamps. That way we can see it. And so this is going to be the camp I'm going to set up for this tutorial. And I'm actually going to edit the one that I made. We'll go over that. And so with that, if we wanted to save this camp, we would come right up here to save. And currently I already have one saved for this camp, for this aircraft. So this is where it remembers the airplane. So this is the Kodiak 100 with Tundra tires, cargo pod, factory paint B2. So it recognizes that I already have one for this. So we hit save. Now we got 2 of them. So there's the one I made. Here's the one we just made together. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to close out of this. I'll just minimize it actually. And we're going to go to nighttime. Just so that way we can... it should be nighttime in New Zealand right now. Yeah, there we go. So then with that, as you can see... Did we not put a lamp back there? Or does... Did we not put that lamp back there? Okay. I gotta check something real quick. It says there's... Oh, I bet you we didn't turn it on, did we? Yep, there we go. There's our problem. Now we're in business. Let's see, can we move that more towards like the center of the airplane? Well, the airplane knows it's right there. We're somewhere. There we go. Okay, so as you can see, the lights in the campfire actually make a difference in the game world. So right here, we have our windsock that's all lit up. If we were to come in here, grab each one of these lamps, and say, we don't want you on anymore. Done. And then we turn this one off. Done. And then we turn... Apparently you only need one. I didn't think they were this bright. Turn that one off. Boom, they're all off. And apparently, I did not know this, the windsock has a light on it. That's really good to know. I don't have to place lamps out here anymore. The windsock has a lamp. So now you know the windsock has a lamp. And then we have the fire going. And we got this one back here so we can actually see what's going on in our airplane. And what's really cool, if we zoom in here and start enjoying Microsoft Camping Simulator, we can actually come down into our camp. And we can hear the fire crackling. We can already hear the birds. We've been able to hear them for a while. But we can actually come down and kind of mosey our way into taking a seat at the fire. I'm not going to be very good at this. Last time I tried this, it took me forever to get lined up in the seat nicely. And look! Now it's Microsoft Camping Simulator. Which is kind of neat. So, we got the fire going, cooking us up some breakfast food at whatever time it is in New Zealand. We can listen to the birds, the fire. It'd be really cool if it was multiplayer. Maybe you could have like some camp stories like you could in real life. Stare at our airplane and just take in the really awesome scenery that we have here. That's pretty cool. And another cool thing is if we hop into the Kodiak. Right now we got the window open, but you can hear the fire outside. We can close that, and now it's quiet. We can even see our windsock, and it'll be animated just like the smoke. Open that up. You hear the fire again. You can see it. We can even open the door, and you can actually be a part of your campsite. If we come back here, open up the rear door, we can get another look at all the animations. I guess they're not animations, but all the light effects kind of in their full capacity. So that you can see how the light from the lamp reflects off of the paint. You can see with the fire too, right up here, how you can actually see it kind of glisten off the prop spinner. You can see it just like the sunlight reflect off the cargo pod. The lamp kind of lights up the inside. That could just be my eyes playing tricks on me. But it is a really awesome mod that I enjoy. I think it's only going to get better as they come out with the themed packs. My understanding is once the first theme pack comes out, they are going to increase the price. So if you are interested in getting it, now might be the best time, instead of waiting for a theme pack to come out. If you're not interested, probably not. It's probably just not going to work out. And then once you're done, so let's make it morning time now. And I forgot I already had weather open. Let's say we had a nice full night of camping, and now it's bright and early in the morning. We're ready to leave. We can just come in here, and instead of deleting everything on it, we can just click the pack button, and this will pack up our campsite. Yeah, it's fine. So it'll pack up the campsite, and now we're good to hop in the airplane and take off. It's just, and then if we were to land, we come right up here to this box with the arrow coming out of it, and it'll put our saved campsite to this aircraft on the ground, which is actually really awesome. I'm going to edit mine after this video to just that cooler, because that's really awesome, and I did not read, apparently. Reading is hard. But yeah, that is the Campout utility by 42 Parallel. I would highly recommend it, especially if you're into bush flying, general aviation like I am. If you just want to fly an airliner like the Phoenix A320 or the PMDG 737, it might not be worth the 20-something American dollars. It just might not be worth it for you, and I'm a big proponent of return on investment even for a flight sim add-on, which is why some people will spend what I think is the crazy amount for the PMDG 737-800, but yet when Milviz comes out with their ATR, I hope they don't charge $60, but I would gladly give them $60 for the ATR when it comes out. It's all about return on investment and what makes you happy. For me, I had a really hard time justifying the like 20-something dollars it is for the Campout tool or utility. But my wife said I should get it, and I'm really happy she said I should get it, because it is really awesome. And I think it's cool. I like it. I'm definitely going to use it more. I'm hoping to see it in some more videos as we continue to fly across New Zealand. In this little Kodiak, we will break out the PMDG 737-600. I do plan on doing kind of a layman's tutorial with it, like what I did for the Kodiak here. But that's all in the pipes as I get some free time, as I've already not followed through on the schedule I gave myself of Mondays and Fridays for posting videos. But anyway, if you are considering this add-on for Microsoft Flight Simulator, personally, for me, I would say get it, especially while it's at the cheaper rate before that first add-on comes out. They are going to come out with different theme packs to give more stuff for the utility, so it should get better with time. I think it's great. I don't have too many complaints. I just wish you could use the little middle scroll wheel on your mouse to actually rotate things. That's probably my only complaint. But once you set up your camp, it's really not a complaint anymore. So with that, I look forward to seeing you guys on the next video. We're going to be sticking around New Zealand for a while, get a change of the scenery from America. So I look forward to seeing you guys on the next one. If you like this video and you want to see more, comment down below, give me a like, give me a subscribe. If you don't like the video or you dislike the video, could you please just leave a comment on what you didn't like? That way I can make the improvement and get the videos to be better and hopefully win you back over to the channel. And with that, once again, thank you guys for spending your time with me. I don't want to say wasting, but thank you for using your valuable time to watch my video. Whether you watched the whole thing, clicked through it, or YouTube just suggested it and you fell asleep like I usually do watching YouTube. Thank you for being here. I appreciate all of you. You're wonderful people, and we'll see you on the next one.